Hello and welcome back to a Pokemon Elite Redux playthrough. Today is an interesting day because last episode, I saw a Castform, which is a strange way to start an episode, but I saw a Castform and I got a little bit interested in the idea of trying to use one because I have a theory that Flannery is going to be using a Sun team. And it's something I've been thinking about for a while because I'm consciously thinking ahead about future gym fights, like Tate and Liza I'm thinking about way ahead of time, but Flannery, I assume, is going to have some kind of Pokemon with Drought. I'm assuming Tortemple, if I've got that right, by the way. I want a cookie when I get there, please. But I'm assuming there's going to be something like a Tortemple with Drought. I'm assuming there's going to be a Sun team that she's based around. It would just be logical. Castform is an interesting way to get around that because it goes ahead and changes the weather, right? So having a Castform for that fight might not actually be that crazy. But also I do kind of just want to use it now that it's been buffed in this game and has an actual gimmick. But we have ourselves a Castform. I don't know how the abilities work. I don't know if I should be like choosing this to choose what ability it has when it's in its next form, or if the forms just have a guaranteed ability. We'll play around with that and find that in time, but we have a Castform. It's holding a Smoke Ball, which indicates the idea of what I'm going for. We are a fast special attacker. There is 248 EVs in special attack, just because that is where we get an extra point of HP, rather than, you know, this point, which goes up on the 248. So we're just making the maximum of our stats, because this is a Castform and it needs it. And our moves, I'm running Fog Castform, because Fog is the new weather condition to me. I remember a bit about it, but it has been a while since I've seen it, so correct me if I'm wrong again, but it boosts Ghost-type moves and Psychic-type moves, most importantly. And the reason Ominous Wind is here is it deals double damage in Fog, giving this a base 120 power special move. I'm very interested to see how this does. We have Draining Kiss for a little bit of recovery and coverage against Dark types that resist Ghost. It's something. And we have Weather Ball. I don't know if I need Weather Ball to actually activate the ability where it uses, like, a Weather Ball when it sets the attack. I don't know if I need that on the moveset. I probably don't, but it's there because there isn't too much else in coverage that I'm too concerned about. But yeah, we're using Castform today, and we'll see how well this goes. I'm curious to see how well it will perform. I didn't even get to move out of the way before this person battled me, so I guess they're up first, but I'm interested in seeing how it performs, and I'm interested in seeing if we can get away without a Focus Sash. We have Anticipation, so we are, in fact, able to block one super effective hit. Does Cleave or one-shot us? You have priority on your first move. And you have a guaranteed Oko and Guillotine and Stone Axe. Okay, so we can do nothing with Castform right now. Maybe this isn't a good lead. Probably not what I should be leading with. It is a Castform after all, but still, I mean, I figured I would try. We can go to Pyukumuku though. Pyukumuku can hopefully just counter it, ideally. But yeah, a Sash might be needed. I want to use the thing that extends the amount of time that we will be able to stay in Castform's alternate forms. You know, the held item. I want to use Damp Rocks and Smoke Balls and Heat Rocks and stuff like that, ideally. I'm just going to go for a counter and see how this goes. But if we need to use Sash, that's fine, right? 5 turns of useful Castform is much better than potentially 8 turns, but often dies. At least that's my opinion. So we'll see how it goes. I want to try out some different forms as well throughout this episode. This episode's very dedicated to Castform. Can I just recover? Am I afraid of Volbeat? I don't feel afraid of Volbeat. Don't Tail Glow. Don't Tail Glow. Do not Tail Glow. I've realized my mistake. Volt Tackle. That's fine, actually. Please KO me with a crit or something so that you take a ton of recoil. It's not going to happen. Unfortunate. It is recoil, though. It is recoil, though. I'm going to recover again, just because if it does Volt Tackle itself down and KO us, it's going to get inners out. Beetle Bash. Excuse me? What is Beetle Bash? Pathetic is what it is. I'm seeing something happening here. And I'm curious to see how far we can make this go. Because now you're going to Volt Tackle again, right? But I'm going to live. And then you're going to Beetle Bash. And I'm going to recover up again. And you're slowly going to... Oh, there's the crit. Well, that is what I said I wanted to happen initially, so that's fine. Init's out, then KOs the Volbeat. Yukamuku takes down 2. What a precious little lad. Back to Castform we go. Will we get Castform to actually destroy everything? Probably not. Probably not. But I'm curious. Psychic type Braviary, do you one-shot me? 196 attack, you definitely one-shot me, right? You have close combat. It might go for close combat because it's the highest damaging move and it might not be aware that we have anticipation. So we might live a hit, which would be huge. I feel like it's worth going for because I don't know if we're going to get another chance to do it. Fog. We have speed? Okay. Okay. I mean, I don't think that's going to save us, but still. We get the Weather Ball. Wait. 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 Castform. Castform. Okay. Okay. This lets me test one thing. Okay. One thing that I wanted to test. Can we have different abilities on this form? Is one thing that I want to test. So, if I look at this Castform, with Anticipation, we have Ectoplasm. Ups the highest attacking stat by 1.5 times in Fog. That's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. I'm curious to see if it can change, but that's pretty good. And increased stab from 1.5 times to 2x, so we have extra stab. That's some strong ghost moves. And plus, Ominous Wind is doubled. That gets a little bit crazy when that's all multiplied together. Sinistra is, you know, part ghost, so this thing, unless it has Shadow Sneak, is just dead. Or Sash, but it's probably just dead. Ominous Wind goes nuts. Obviously, Ominous Wind usually has the effect of being able to increase all of your stats by 1, like Ancient Power. I don't know if that's the case. That might be removed in this game. Because it does just say doubles power in Fog, so I don't think we can do that, but who knows. Either way, I think we just Ominous Wind again. I mean, it's adaptability, up damage. I think it's still stronger than Draining Kiss. Draining Kiss I would go for if we had a Sash, for example, because then we'd get our Sash back intact. But we don't, so we may as well Ominous Wind. Maybe we'll crit. Maybe we will just crit. Either way, I'm pretty happy with Castform's performance. Outspeeding a Braviary and one-shotting it on the weather setup? That's pretty cool. Salac Berry, Gluttony. Yep, that's fine. Dark Pulse, absolutely going to KO us. We are a Castform. We do not live hits here. Our plan is to KO the other before we get KO'd, which is crazy to say from a Castform, but it is very entertaining. So we'll see. We'll see. I do want to try out different forms, but for now, I want to see how things go with just Fog form. Maybe we'll do a different form each episode. That could be kind of fun. We could do a different form for each episode. Like next time we could maybe try doing a sun Castform. One after that we could try doing like Hail, then Rain. I feel like Rain would be the obvious choice to learn before we do Flannery, but I feel like it's too obvious. Right? I feel like that's too obvious. Either way, Castform, I want to go ahead and change your ability. Let's change you to Guilt Trip. Right? That way we at least have a use even if it doesn't do anything, I suppose. And let's see if its ability will change in the other form. If so, then there's 3 different abilities we need to try having first. Jumpluff. Can I live a hit from a Jumpluff? Can I live a hit from a Jumpluff? You are sashed. You probably don't want to use this. Well, it doesn't KO us, though. It means that we could set up the Fog. Oh, immune to Ominous Wind. Well, that... Oh, immune to Weather Ball. Yeah, that does put a damper on my plans, doesn't it? Yeah, that does hinder me a lot. But still, this Jumpluff doesn't KO me. How much do I value learning about abilities compared to actually using Castform in this fight? Because I don't think we're going to actually end up using Castform. But I could at least see if its ability changes. We'll hold on for now. Let's just go and swap to... I guess I'm going to Popcorn? Yeah, I guess we're going to Popcorn. Popcorn can deal with Jumpluff. A Popping Mayhem will do a lot of damage. We will have plenty of opportunities to use our Pokemon. We get our Aerodynamic Speed boost, which is huge. We Popping Mayhem. Withdrew. To go into Big Rock Assault Boy. We might get burnt, so this is still kind of okay. Plus we have Bullet Seed. I don't know if we'll live a hit, which would be concerning, and I don't know if Bullet Seed will be enough KO. It probably won't be, but, you know, it'd be nice. A burn would go a long way. A burn would go a long way, game? Okay, well, I tried. I tried to be nice, you know? I tried to talk it into existence. And you have leftovers. Okay, alright. Well, I'm assuming Bullet Seed is not going to be enough. 1% chance to 5-hit KO. Now that sounds like some gambling. And Head Smash absolutely Okos us. How much do I want to gamble the 1% chance to 5-hit KO? Do I need Popcorn for anything? I mean, it's very good for Jump Bluff, I suppose. And Ledian. And what on earth is that in the bottom left? It looks like an ice mole. Right? With like a big ice hump on its back. It's like a mole. What am I looking at? Do I want to save this? Probably. Something has to take a Head Smash, though, which is spooky. I guess it's Pyukumuku that takes a Head Smash the best, so we'll just go to Pyukumuku. It is our swap-in. This is what we do. Go ahead. Get Head Smash. That was pathetic damage, actually. That was really bad. Wow. We ate that up. I'm kind of surprised. I took that so well that I'm going to set up a curse. Oh. Oh. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. Now, the interesting thing here is, if I set up a bunch of curses, right, and then I go to something like Pikachu, I know, it sounds crazy to say that I would go to Pikachu, but if I use Zippy Zap, we crit and we go through that Garganacl's defense, right? So we don't have to worry about anything that thing does. We could also just recover and then just spam counter for ages, but I assume this thing also has recover, so I don't know if that'll be enough. We could try it, I guess. This would be a good time to have, like, Toxic on the moveset, but sadly we don't. You have recover? You do have recover. And you have Salt Cure. Salt Cure is actually a little bit scary. I'm gonna recover. I'm gonna hope that it doesn't Salt Cure me, because that's percentage damage at the end of every turn, I think. I should know this. I did use this Pokemon on my Scarlet and Violet playthrough, but it's been a while since I've actually played through Scarlet and Violet. All I've really done in Scarlet and Violet lately is Shiny Hunt. And even that I don't do as much anymore. Not that the games are bad necessarily, I just feel like they had a lot of potential and they ruined it by making Terra typing able to Terra type to the type you already are. Because you know that if you use, like, if you have a Meowscarada and you Terra Grass Flower Trick, it's stronger than changing to, like, anything else. But I like the idea of Terrestrialization being used defensively. I feel like I would prefer the whole thing if you could only, like, if you didn't get Stab and it just changed your defensive typing, but your Stab was still the same as your original typing. I think I'd prefer it that way. It's like a defensive change. You know, I would make a lot of Pokemon want to Terra Steel, I'm sure, but it would be cool. It'd be cool. Yeah, unfortunately, we have been Salt Cured. This has become an absolute stall battle, so I might just speed this up a bit. Alright, I got to +6. I don't know if I Baton Pass. Do I pass the Salt Curing with me? I hope I don't. I also really hope that Pikachu can one-shot with a Zippy Zap. If it can't, this was a really dumb play. We are still afflicted by the curse, yep. Zippy Zap, 86 to 100% of health. That's before calculating the crit, right? So we should be fine. Isn't that before calculating the crit? Oh yeah, absolutely fine. 493 damage. Pikachu does not care. Pikachu is probably sweeping the rest of this fight. A little bit unfortunate that we had to speed up, but I mean, I did kind of bring that into existence, I guess, by, you know, the strategy that I used. We definitely could have done that better. I'm curious to see how high some of these numbers are going to get, though. 606? Okay, okay. I want to hit 1,000. I want to hit 1,000. Ledian coming out might let me hit 1,000. If Ledian is still flying type and not fighting type, because I know a lot of games make it bug fighting. We might have already seen that in this playthrough. It is bug fighting. Okay, that's a shame. It's a shame. If it was bug flying, we honestly might have seen 1,000. We'd need, like... Oh, 1,175. New highest number. Ding, 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 ding. Neurons activated in my brain. My brain is now very happy. Okay, I feel very good. I am very excited. That's what I've been waiting for. Let's go ahead and zippy zap. And if this jump buff, because it's sashed, KOs us, we can bring Castform back out, and we can do the whole shebang of setting up the weather. Even though it's immune for the first turn or whatever, we can see if its ability changes. Which is, you know, half of the reason that we have Castform not with anticipation right now. Nice. Nice. Let's do that. I no longer feel afraid about losing this fight. So let's just bring in Castform, who can live any one hit. Well, I was before Rocks, admittedly. I assume you can still live any one hit, right? Yeah. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We will set up the Fog. Aerial Ace does a fair bit of damage. And crits for 69 damage. Nice. Okay. Alright, rude though. Weather Ball is not going to hit it, but the important thing is being able... Oh, I didn't realize it boosted its attack. Okay, maybe I should have looked at that, but still, either way, it's fine. It's fine. We have ways to deal with this. We have Popcorn, and I don't think this thing can hit Popcorn, so... You have Ethereal Rush. Gets a 1.5 times speed boost in Fog, rather than a 1.5 times attack boost. Oh. Oh, you do have different abilities that I need to look through. 240 speed, though. I feel like that's what we saw on a Castform before that made me interested. So that might be the better ability to use. I am curious about the one remaining ability we haven't seen yet, though. Which means that we outspeed. Which is crazy. Because I can Draining Kiss. Wow, that's fast. That's very fast. I don't remember what the one remaining Pokemon is. It's the Arctic Mole. Let's see if Castform can defeat the Arctic Mole. We get our speed dropped. Which might be fine. Which might be fine. We'll see. We'll see. What was it? Oh, evolved form of Beartic? Oh, okay. We got our attack dropped. That was a Deoxys Cry, I think, when it came out, which is interesting. Ice Fighting with an Assault Vest, so you're probably living a hit just fine. Yeah, Ominous Wind is a 2-hit KO. Unfortunate, but expected. We outspeed, so we will at least be able to get some damage off. Counters contact with an Icicle Crash, heals, Tough Claws, Intimidate. Nothing too crazy. Just a strong ice fighting type. Which, to be fair, is one of my favorite type combos. I cannot emphasize enough how disappointed I was in Crabominable, okay? Especially after having played Pokemon Insurgents by the time that came out and seeing the really cool ice fighting Cypher Delta that is in Pokemon Insurgents. Crabominable makes me so sad. It makes me so upset that it exists. I'm just gonna go to Espeon and Flamethrower, and we'll see if... Or, wait, I guess Expanding Force, because it's about fighting, so that'll be even stronger, and that'll probably be enough to KO. Yeah. Flamethrower would have been enough either way, but yeah. Yeah, Ice Fighting is a typing that I really like the idea of, but it's just not a typing that Pokemon has done well yet. We're all still waiting for, you know, the Bug Dragon, though. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Let's change this Castform ability one more time. I do think... Okay, Guilt Trip, very good. Very, very good. To be fair, Anticipation also very good. Both of these abilities were amazing, and then we have Pressure. So we'll see if Pressure is also very, very good. I hope it is. Hello, Hiker. Have I battled you already? Oh, well... Off to this woman we go. There's so many people here. There's so many people to battle. Wormadam. Surely we live a hit from a Wormadam. If we don't Castform, I'm going to be so sad. You live a hit from this, right? Fissure? Okay, 0% chance to Oko. I just saw Oko there for a second there, and I was so afraid. No, everything is a 2-hit KO, but there is some big damage numbers there, to be fair. But regardless, we can go and set up the Fog. And we'll see what our ability changes to this time. Because the other two abilities have been great. So I'm excited. This one's... Surely it can't be a third banger, right? But we go for Web Wall, does some decent damage. That's fine damage. Web Shot, is that going to lower my speed? Resisted. Nice. Nice. Don't lower my speed. Sticky web setup. Ooh. Okay. Okay. What effect do we have? We have Early Grave. At full HP gives priority to ghost-type moves. Unfortunately, we don't make any use of that in this battle. I feel like the speed increase would be better than that, though, honestly. Well, priority's very good. Can we Draining Kiss back up to full? No. That would be huge, though, if we could. Yeah, personally, I feel like the speed increase is the most important of those, so I feel like we'll go back to Guilt Trip. Also, Guilt Trip also doubles in being useful even if we can't change forms, because it will lower their stats if Castform dies. Feels like a win-win. Delcatty, you are unfortunate. You are an unfortunate Pokemon to come out right now. We can at least break the Sash, I guess. Well, actually, it's faster than us. Maybe we can't. We might just get KO'd. Night Slash is a 37% chance to OHKO. You know what? We gamble. We gamble. We Draining Kiss. Maybe we live. It's also a high crit rate move, so there's a pretty good chance we get KO'd, but we gamble, and it pays off, and we get our Draining Kiss off to break the Sash of the Delcatty, so we can bring out something like Pikachu and Zippy Zap. Nice. Unless it has Dazzling. Wait. 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 I will not be tricked again, game. I will not be tricked again. You have Dazzling? Yeah, you do. Okay. Okay. So, Pretty Princess. Pretty Princess is such a stupid ability name, man. But yeah, I mean, we can't really do anything else. We'll just let Castform go. I think with the speed increase, though, we could have maybe made something happen there. I don't know. I don't think so. Unfortunate type matchup. You know, a normal type against a ghost type with only ghost type moves. Not ideal. Maybe we can get Hidden Power Fighting on it. That might be a good idea, actually. We'll see about Hidden Power Fighting. Espeon, you do not outspeed this, right? You have 160 speed. Hits at 165. My Choice Scarf would be redundant because there's a Sticky Web up. I guess I'm going to Popcorn. Who should be tanky enough to live any one hit and should be able to KO with Popping Mayhem. It also isn't affected by the Sticky Web, which is nice. Unfortunately, that didn't crit. If that crit and took me to Citrus Berry range, that would have been ideal, but it didn't. That's fine. That's fine. Also, as for the plan of the future at the moment, I do plan on uploading quite a lot of videos each day. However, the UK is getting into its yucky, disgusting heat phase of the year, and that thing is not a legendary. Please do not give it a legendary's cry. It is getting to yucky, disgusting heat time of the year, unfortunately, and sometimes there's gonna be days where it's just too hot and I'm gonna overheat if I sit in my room. It is currently, I have a thermometer in my room, currently 31 degrees in here, which is disgusting. That's Celsius, just so everyone is aware. Partially because I have a giant half supercomputer running at my feet and the thermometer is very close to the computer, but my room is very hot, so there might be some days that I miss here and there. But I'm going to try and do mostly daily videos, considering we have Pokemon Odyssey now started, Pokemon Elite Redux, and Pokemon Soul Stones, which are all going to be beefy playthroughs. These are all going to be some long, high episode number playthroughs. These are going to be going for a while. I don't know what we're going to be doing in terms of, like, more episodic content, like Minigame Mondays and stuff like that. Not sure on that at the moment. I'll see what I can fit in. I'll also see about streaming, but it's something that I need to actually set up again. Like, I don't even remember how to, like, find stream keys and stuff. It's been such a long time since I've dealt with anything like that, but I did read the suggestion about Poker Rogue as a streaming game, and I do think that's a good idea. When will I get round to it? That's the thing. That's the thing. That I don't know. But I am interested in the idea of streaming some Poker Rogue. I've still never touched the game, which is very unlike me. Because I love roguelikes. I love Risk of Rain 2. Give me Risk of Rain 2. Give me some Vampire Survivors. Maybe don't give me Elden Ring Night Rain. That one wasn't my favorite. It wasn't my favorite. It was okay. But yeah, I am interested in the idea. Holy extra defense because of the grass pelt thing. I feel like that second hit did nothing. And then we're back to okay damage again. What happened with that second hit? Did I blink and miss the damage number moving? Or... I'm so confused. That HP makes me so irrationally angry. Because I need 1 HP to get taken to my citrus berry. How dare you? Either way, we just popping Mayhem again. I don't think I really care about the fact that it's, you know, got this grassy terrain up. We are the stronger of the popcorns. Okay, we know this. This has been proven to us. Right, I need to remember to change Castform back to Guilt Trip, I think. I hope that it'll have enough damage with the speed increase to where we'll still be able to KO, like, something with, like, 80 HP, 80 special defense. If we can KO something with, like, a neutral Ominous Wind at that range, I will feel very good about going with the speed increase rather than the damage increase. If we don't KO, we'll see about using the damage increase instead. We'll also see about maybe using... like a choice item could also work. Oh my god, look at that. We have created a traffic jam of humans. Oh my god. Okay. Comfey. Okay, okay. Comfey has some fat special defense, right? So this probably isn't ideal. 117 special defense, 110 physical defense. Okay. You don't KO us though. However, we also do not KO you. I guess this is my damage with normal Castform, not with Ghost-type Castform. So it's not calculating stab, it's not doubling the damage of my Ominous Wind. So when it says 6-hit KO, if we add, you know, the double damage, that becomes a 3-hit KO. If we add stab, it becomes like a 2-hit KO. So, I mean, it's... And it's also not taking into account the fact that we will get the Weather Wall damage as well. So I'm going to set up the Fog. Let's see how it goes. We got speed. Which makes sense, because it's a Comfey. I don't know if being a ghost type is... I don't think it should hinder us at all against a Comfey. It shouldn't have anything super effective. Weather Ball does great damage, actually. Mind. Okay. Okay. I have Ominous Wind, and it's gonna slap in this fog, okay? It is going to slap you down. Comfey's resolve fades due to the fog. Oh, right, it removes the stat buffs by 1 stage at the end of every turn. I forgot about that part. Yeah, no, I do remember now that I see that. Yeah. The fog is also nice for Espeon, I believe, because I believe it also boosts Psychic-type damage a little bit as well. Obviously, it boosts Ominous Wind a lot more because, you know, it doubles in damage. And then gets the terrain effect, I think? So it's double damage plus however much the fog adds, which might be 50%? It might be 25%. I don't remember the exact number. I'm sure there's a place to look all of this stuff up. It's been a while since I've had it read to me. Manectric, we outspeed, we Ominous Wind. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, you did not let this happen. Oh, I found out how we're beating everyone. Oh no. Beware. Okay. Kiss him. Kiss him, Castform. Right on that sweet beware mouth. Let him feel fear. Yeah, there's nothing. Okay. We need, like, hidden power fighting. We do. We need hidden power fighting. I should have checked that before I went into this. Hidden power fighting would go a long way. Do I want to preserve this? Kinda. I kinda do. I'm gonna preserve... It sucks to lose the stat boosts, though. Do you have Unaware or something? You do have Unaware. Yeah, it sucks to lose the stat boosts like this. If it didn't have Unaware, even then we might not have KO'd, but it would have been a lot closer. I'm preserving it, though. I'm preserving Castform. Castform does not deserve to die. He's impressing me. I am impressed by Castform right now. Another sentence that I did not think I'd be saying in this playthrough, but it brings me immense joy to say that Castform is good. Not even, you know, made average. I would go as far as to say good. Double lariat. That hit twice, so I don't get my counter damage. Oh, okay, good. I didn't think it did. I wasn't sure if that was like high progressive or something that I didn't read. I just always expect it now with Bukabuku because it's happened so many times to this poor thing. But no, that was fine. I don't remember what else there was. Chestnut. Can I live a wood hammer or whatever you're about to hit me with? Probably not, right? Needle arm. 2-hit KO. Really? So I can counter you, is what you're telling me. Wow, that did nothing. Chestnut is pathetic and bad and trash. Chestnut, it might be my least favorite grass style. It might. Use quills. Okay, yeah, I get it. You set up all of your terrain. That's fine. But, I mean, if I don't have to move Pokemon because Bukamuku is a wall, then, I mean, what am I going to do? I'm going to click counter again. I admittedly could go ahead and use recover to get some health back, but honestly, I'm just going to click counter. I don't think I care. I don't care. Bukamuku does not care. Go ahead. Get countered, idiot. You've been defeated. I can't stress enough how much I love that I'm using a Castform, a Pikachu, a bucket of popcorn, and Bukamuku as my team. That's the core of my team. It makes me so happy. Why would anyone need to use, like, a Garchomp or any kind of legendary when you can have this wacky team and have it work? It's just... it makes me smile. It does. That crit did a lot of damage. You don't take recoil, huh? Interesting. Okay. Oh. I'm gonna recover again just because I would like it to hit really hard and take a lot of innards out damage. That'd be like the ideal situation here. Leaf Blade's probably gonna crit with the Frostbite bonus. Not enough to KO though, which is not ideal, actually. It's not ideal. I kind of want to get KO'd. It is gonna take Frostbite damage, sure, but we shouldn't stall. We shouldn't stall. Let's just let Bukamuku die. We can bring in Pikachu. We can click Zippy Zap and we'll be fine. Or we could bring in Castform. We could bring in Castform. The fog is still out. Wait a minute. There's spikes. There's spikes on the ground, but I don't remember Stealth Rocks being set up. Can Castform come in and be fine? Is it gonna Weather Ball on entry? Horns. Forecast. Oh, it doesn't? Okay. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if it was gonna Weather Ball on entry every time it was swapped out. That would be broken. It would. Because then, who would care about the speed increasing one? You just go with the attack increase. You would set up the fog with something else, and then you would just, like, bring it in for a free KO, swap out to something tanky, and just keep using it every time a Pokemon KOs. That would be nuts. That would be nuts. I'm glad that it doesn't work like that, actually. I already battled you, and I already battled you. Okay. That is the line of trainers there defeated. We have more trainers up here. What is this route, by the way? Is that enough trainers for you to be happy yet? You said 2. If you ice those 2 guys... 2 guys. I don't think that person knows how to count. I watered the plants every day. They grew lots of flowers. They gave a lot of berries. Have a raspberry. Thank you. But yeah, today we have focused on ghost type Castform. I think we'll do 1 form of Castform a day. I do. We'll change other members of the team around occasionally, for sure, as well. But I think we'll try out 1 different form of Castform a day. Ghost Castform has impressed me greatly. You've set up Psychic Terrain. Can I assume Terrain and Weather are not overlapping. Banding Force will KO me. However, I am faster. I am faster. And you are weak to Ghost. I am setting up the fog. I think you die to a Weather Ball. Espeon in this terrain would annihilate everything, by the way. So if I get a chance to swap in Espeon, I will in fact be taking it. Yeah, Castform trounces Meowstic. Okay. Solid damage on a form swap to set up terrain. Like, imagine if Rain Dance KO'd every opponent you go against. That's what we're dealing with here now. It's stupid. Stupid. Good shot. I don't like that, though. I don't like these normal types that keep coming out and ruining my day. I wanna use the Castform. I want Ominous Wind, man. I want Ominous Wind, man. You can't Hurricane, you can't Focus Blast, you can't Energy Wave. You are using Heat Wave. Okay, you are using Heat Wave. You're also slower than my Espeon. Espeon could take a Heat Wave. I'm bringing in Espeon. Espeon's coming in the Psychic Terrain with Expanding Force as the move that I have selected on it in case I ever change its ability to set up the Psychic Terrain itself, because that is a very good ability, so I have been considering it. But now we are Fog boosted, Psychic Terrain boosted, Expanding Force doubling damage boosted. Number, please. Number. 345. Still weaker than the super effective hit from the Castform onto Meowstic. Okay. Okay. Alright. Infernape? You have priority, right? That's why you're being brought in? 158. No? You have Mark Punch. That doesn't KO. Are you just letting me see Big Numby? You're letting me see Big Numbies! Oh, I love this player. Thank you. What number? And a crit! 907. Oh, it makes me so happy. My brain gets so excited when I see high numbers. I'm such a simple-minded creature. I'm just gonna go for another Expanding Force. Espeon's done what I needed it to do. We'll come in with Castform after we've done this damage. We'll Ominous Wind, and we'll just have for everything. It's fine. I've done what I needed to do. I'm happy. I'm content. I love seeing big numbers. That is the one downside of the level cap, is I can't, like, save one trainer who's using a level 2 Leddiba on the first route, set up 6 curses with Pyukumuku, and then Zippy Zap with Pikachu just to see the high number. I can't do that, and that is a shame. I don't remember if wild Pokemon might not scale. I should not get into this rabbit hole. I should not get into this rabbit hole. I know that the highest damage that you can deal is, like, involving triple battles set up with Shuckles, or at least it used to be. I think it's different now. But I would imagine, like, Terra Rock rollout Shuckle still gets an absolutely absurd number, right? I don't know if it's the highest anymore. It's probably not the highest anymore. There's a lot of new moves now. It's been the highest for a while, though. Good old Power Trick Shuckle. I'm sure it's still, like, up there. I'm absolutely certain of that, though. I'm gonna Ominous Wind again. I could maybe try and Draining Kiss to micromanage my HP a little bit more and maybe get a little bit of recovery, but honestly, I would just love to get another stat boost. I tried to talk it into existence, I did. If Draining Kiss KOs from here, though, I mean, we may as well do it to get a little bit of recovery. I don't think the Castform is a Pokemon that is going to be, living many hits particularly well, so maybe it would actually be... Oh, we lose? Do we go back to normal Castform? No, we don't. Is Weather Ball still a Ghost-type move if I'm in this form? It's not, right? It becomes... It still says Ghost. Weather Ball Ghost. I feel like it shouldn't be anymore. I'm gonna click it out of curiosity. I guess Castform is weather, if we want to think about it that way. Oh, the fog is still there. The Psychic Terrain left, not the fog. Right, okay. I'll admit, I stopped paying a whole lot of attention. I've been thinking about numbers. It's a problem. It's a problem. I'm just thinking about how high I can make numbers go in the back of my mind now. It's a mental illness. It's okay. It's okay. Shelling water, probably gonna KO, right? Oh my god. Castform. You're not a tanky Pokemon. Please stop. Please stop it. Please stop being so good. I'm a little bit nervous now. I feel like I've found a monster of a Pokemon, and I ignored this initially. We had this on the team back when we first, like, made it to Moorville almost, and we picked it up on Route 111. It's just been sitting in my box because I ignored it. How could I? And you give me Galarian Darumaka. Oh. Ooh. Okay. We still have our... there's so many Pokemon in this box. We still have this Darmanitan that we could still go ahead and make the other form. The Zen form or whatever. But I don't know. Zen form Darmanitan has never really interested me. Maybe this game will be the one that makes me interested. I don't know. Either way. You. Evolve. Gorilla Tactics, obviously, but what else? Heat Proof, Iron Fist, Mold Breaker, Pressure, Whiteout. Okay, Whiteout would be interesting in a Hail team. With Hail Castform. Do we try it? Do we try Hail Darmanitan with Hail Castform next episode? We could. We could. With Ice Punch, maybe? We could. We'll see. We'll see. I will have that under strong consideration. But right now, let's go ahead and wrap things up for today. I want to go ahead and waddle myself to the end of this route so I feel like I'm making progress. I will leave myself here. Look at how many steps we've moved forwards today. It feels so slow when we only move like a quarter of a route, but there was a lot of battles and we did learn a lot about Castform, so it was a lot of fun. If you guys have enjoyed this episode, leave a like down below, hit the subscribe button, and above further ado,